This is limited edition Lord Shifta from the third series of Akedo Warriors. They only made 1,000 of him, and each one comes with a numbered collector's card. He was without a doubt the hardest limited edition Akedo Warrior to pull from a mystery pack. And it's all because the box that he came in was so easy to search. Comment below if you actually pulled a Lord Shifta from a single pack. I got these on eBay, and I can guarantee they've been searched multiple times. There's tape residue on this first box where the original tape used to be before it was opened and retaped. It definitely could have been worse. This second pack has 2 layers of tape, so someone cut the tape, opened the box, then retaped it over the cut tape. Yeah, don't buy these packs on eBay or Amazon thinking you have a shot at getting Rap Snap or Lord Shifta. Instead, make your own like I'm about to do right now, but with a twist. Instead of making him a normal-sized warrior, I'm gonna make him a battle giant. Our starting figure for today's customization is gonna be Series 3 Battle Giant Bucktooth, and I already know this build is gonna be extremely difficult, so let's jump right in. Whenever I'm faced with any kind of task, I like to do the hardest part first. And in this case, it's definitely the arms. And after comparing Bucktooth's arms to Lord Shifta's, I think we're gonna need to start from scratch. So let's bust out the trim shears and make some cuts. To give our new arms strength and durability, let's use these finish nails that would normally go into my DeWalt finish nailer and be used to fasten things like trims, moldings, and casings. But today, I'm gonna use it as a sort of skeletal structure by drilling out a hole, making sure the hole is deep enough, then super gluing the nail into that hole. After letting the super glue dry, we can shape the nails and cut them to length. Now, we're all ready to start sculpting Lord Shifta's arms. But first, we need to take Bucktooth's head off. And the easiest way to take a battle giant's head off is to cut it completely through and peel it off. For our custom Lord Shifta battle giant, I'll be opening 2 brand new containers of epoxy sculpt, which, if you don't know, is a 2-part epoxy clay that self-hardens after mixing part A with part B. And I'm so glad that I did, because my old epoxy sculpt, which was almost completely gone, was getting stiff and the working time had reduced significantly. This new clay, on the other hand, is so much easier to work with. And you might be wondering, if it's so much easier to work with, why are the arms looking so rough? Well guys, this is my technique. With my first batch of clay, I try to get basic shapes down. In this case, it's Lord Shifta's arms and pedestal. Then I let the clay harden, and after that, I can sand the clay to further refine the shapes. And by the way, whenever I'm sanding, I'm wearing eye protection, a dust mask, and I even have a shop vac running. We're now ready to add more clay, but first, we need to get Lord Shifta back on a base plate. And I really want to use a wider Ninja Fury base, but since we don't have any in the parts drawer, I'm gonna open this Series 7 single pack, and we're gonna take the base plate from whoever's inside. Okay, that's perfect. Stingblade Viper Wrath, your base plate now belongs to Lord Shifta. For this second application of clay, I'll be focusing on all the little details, including the fingers. So to make sure Lord Shifta doesn't end up like Krampus, I'm gonna install more nails to keep the fingers from breaking off. Only the upper hands will need nails because his lower hands are in a clenched position, and I'm gonna try to make those arms a little heavier than the top so they'll naturally drop to the bottom and keep Lord Shifta in an X pose. And guys, as you're watching me add the details to Lord Shifta's arms, you might be wondering, what is this guy doing? He's going off script again. Well, the real Lord Shifta is a lot smaller than our battle giant Lord Shifta, and I can add a lot more details. So I'm making a few minor adjustments where I see needed, but I'm trying my best to keep things as accurate as possible while keeping this a fully functional Akedo Warrior and ensuring that I finish the project with enough time to write a script and edit the video. Will I be able to do it? Make sure you watch to the end to find out, and don't be mad if I fail. To keep Battle Giant Lord Shifta's weight down, I'm gonna use foam sheets for the details on his pedestal, and to try to keep this project on time, I'm gonna ignore the fact that the real Lord Shifta's pedestal is so intricate. Now, we can use the ball bearing from this fidget spinner to make Lord Shifta's spinning head. That's right guys, Lord Shifta is the one and only Akedo Warrior with a spinning head to display his 4 faces. And we got incredibly lucky because the ball bearing fits perfectly on the neck with absolutely no modifications. It was meant to be. Now I really don't want his head to be a solid chunk of clay, so I'm gonna use some of the plastic from Bucktooth's packaging to make a shell. And the cap from the fidget spinner will now be the cap for Lord Shifta's head. Normally, I'd be having such a hard time making all these little details, but the fresh, unexpired epoxy sculpt actually made the process enjoyable, and I was really getting into it. I made it my goal to make each face as perfect and accurate as I could with no sanding. And the thing that made this possible was my increased working time with the new epoxy sculpt. The only thing left was the upper body, and with our warrior nearing his weight limit and my deadline fast approaching, I opted on sanding him smooth and painting on all the details. And that brings us to painting, and another problem. The real Lord Shifta is translucent. His arms and body are made with colored plastic. The only part of him that's painted is his head, plus a few details mostly on his upper body. Obviously, we're not gonna be able to achieve the same effect and colors, so I'm gonna try my best with what I have. And that means I'll be using a lot of fluorescence, which I already know will look awesome, but require many coats to achieve that awesomeness. So guys, I want you to tell me what you think of Battle Giant Lord Shifta so far. What do you like? What don't you like? Should I change anything? Let me know, because in part 2, I'll be finishing Battle Giant Lord Shifta and testing him against some of the other Battle Giants, and even Lord Shifta himself. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. If you like this video, don't forget to check out the Eddie's World YouTube channel, where we have hundreds of videos just like this. And don't forget to click subscribe so you can see other great videos every Saturday morning. And hit that bell button so you can get notifications. Thanks for watching.